Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, it's UpMaxM again. The fourth chapter of the New World event has started. It brought us some new things such as the Titan gear, which I will try to sum up here a little bit, and I made a separate video about as well, which talks about it longer. And there is some things from the previous chapters which have been sort of changed, or they are back again, but with some twists. And some of these are actually quite important, or it's quite interesting. It's not unimportant changes, let's say. And there is also quite a big problem. So I'm actually gonna start with this problem in the beginning. I will start with that first, unless I want to make a separate video, but yeah, whatever. The problem is that this event is gonna be an absolute nightmare for small and medium spenders. So we all know that the Titan gear was gonna be a huge money well for the whales. However, there is a $5 upgrade here. That's fine, okay? We are all used to, all the low spenders, medium spenders are used to spend $5 an event. It's an event which takes 31 days, so $5 for 31 days is completely okay. There's a $20 upgrade here, and that is also like sort of okay for 30 days because you don't actually need to buy daily for this event. However, then there is the $20 boost here because they changed the Fates wheel actually. Instead of like restarting it, they added more things to it. So you might actually even need to spend $40 on this if you want to get all the things guaranteed, if you don't get one of these nice things that you want by random. And then there is the Titan Saga and Titan's Trial event for the Titan Gear resources. And this thing has a $20 upgrade, not a $5 upgrade, $20 upgrade. And then you need to do daily payments, so at least $7 for this. And then there is another daily payment here, which is $1 a day to get some pretty nice amounts of these things for $1, which is okay again, but it does mean, since this thing is gonna take 50 days, it does mean a total of over $100 if you just want to participate in this event. And that's just way too much. And yeah, it's like, yeah, it is for, you kind of do have like 50 days to do it over. You have got this thing actually, this upgrade actually does not have to be done on the first day at all, but then you lose out on a little bit of the Essence of Restorations, turbine repairs, bonus in Legends of Doomsday, help request in Legends of Doomsday, and stuff like that. But yes, it is doable that you can buy this a lot later. You don't need to get this on the first day whatsoever, unlike the other one. And the problem with that is that that's one problem. There's a lot of money in total. The second problem is that we actually don't know how good this stuff is, because yes, it's the first way to get a guaranteed orange catalyst, so you can craft an orange item right out of the gate, which you otherwise are going to need like to get lucky to get them. But you do need to get it on the first day because of the double missions here and stuff. Well, yeah, it's just because of those double missions, basically. But the issue with that is that we actually do not know the way that we are going to get these things later, after these events end. We do not know if, like, where we're gonna be getting them from. For instance, when they introduced the new formations, no, not formations, the new formations, we are able to get these upgrades, the guides, both the upgrades and the shark holograms and stuff, and the resonators. We are actually able to get those for free in the island store over time. We don't have any, I don't believe there is a single thing right now in the game which is gonna be there like long-term daily that is going to give you these rewards. Which is a bit of a problem, because we don't know what that way is going to be. Anyway, so yeah, now let's get back to the actual changes. So as I said, there's the changes to the Fates wheel. Instead of resetting it, they added another bunch of like charges to it. I had 30 left, now I have got 18, 20, 60, 85, plus 16, I've got 101, I think, which actually doesn't make sense, but whatever. It should be like plus, it should be like plus 48, plus 30, it should be like plus 78 things. it seems to be a little bit less. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, maybe because I didn't already spend them. Well, whatever. There's that. The Explore the New Era should actually be the same as the previous one, Divisions of the Future. You can go check it out here if it is the same. I believe it is. I don't actually see the rewards for the other one because for the orange one, because I need to unlock the purple one first, and I will not do that today. Probably if I buy the other thing. What they changed is the way that you get these future stones. You now have like hidden missions here that you cannot miss, or you don't get the stones anymore just by attacking Varhas or army dark, dark forces normally, like you did before. You do not get them by claiming your purifying turbine things, your purifying essences. So yeah, they changed that. And other than these daily ones, which also tell you to participate in Legends of Doomsday 3 times, and I already used up my tries today before this thing started. Yeah. Anyway, so I lost 300 of those, but it should be fine because we still have 30 days to complete this whole thing, but still, like, it's gonna lose me some extra things at the end and make me get there later. There is also the stage targets, and the stage targets are gonna do the exact opposite, that they are going to give you some extra ones in the beginning. If I, for instance, get all 6 Titan gears here for a single hero, it does not matter which one, it does not matter how good they are. If I just slot all 6 of them on one hero, I will suddenly be able to claim more stuff right here. So yeah, and because it levels up, we cannot actually see the next ones until you do them. So you can see there's higher tiers, like you can do here. You need epic rarity or better on each of the slots, which should not be that hard to achieve, especially for the whales, of course. So you can actually get a lot higher in the beginning and get a lot of extra crystalisks this way if you want to. And there is some changes to the Luminous path, which there is some quite important changes. Some are not really that big a deal. So it still works the same, that you attack when no matter if you win or lose, you get these rewards. If you win, you're going to make the countdown lower. Each of these takes 100 attacks. However, after you actually do the 100 attacks, successful attacks, the occupation only needs 10 marches now, which is a really good change for all the less active servers. However, it did not change on the previous one. So I actually checked this on my alt. I don't want to pause it now and relog and stuff, so you'll have to believe me. My alt account server is stuck somewhere here on the second segment or first segment, and it didn't change. Though I guess it doesn't really matter because those servers would not be able to catch up now and do all 4 segments anyway, once they are all 4 released. So yeah, there is now the new pollution zones with the extra rewards here as well. So we are gonna go and donate all of mine that I have. Which of course didn't make it end, but anyway, it should actually give me a bit of points here somewhere in leadership or something, but other people had a lot more. Okay, anyway, so yeah, and there is of course a new tower, but I cannot even see the rewards for this tower because I don't have the previous one fully cleared. So there's that. So I actually do not know if there is another orange guaranteed thing there or not. And you can see here it's the same, like there is, and I actually managed to do this one now. So there is the Craftmaster, as you can see, and I will talk about the Titan gear now. But you can see here, according to the Titan gear, you have got sort of missions that once you complete them, you get extra rewards, which are going to help you again make more of them, and they are going to level up your rewards here and give you more and more higher and higher rewards as well. So basically, the more Titan gear you make, the higher and better your like the more you make, the more you can make, let's say, and higher ones. So let's talk about the Titan gear right now. I don't want this. I wanted to go into this, into the forge. So you start the Titan gear by placing the Titan gear building, and then you can go to the building, or I prefer the way to do it through the missions, because like the Forge Titan gear mission gets you there a lot faster, and then you can make these Titan gears. When you make them, you've got like you've got the 3 green and 2 blue resources. Sorry, I got stuck there in my brain. The blue resources are not upgraded versions of the green ones. They are for the main slots, which is the weapon and the armor. The weapon and the armor gives you like 1 level of rarity higher stats than the lower ones, than the other ones, I mean, the miscellaneous ones. You can see that blue gun is gonna give you 2.4% of something, while blue boot is only 1.6%. If it's a green boot, it's going to be only 0.8, and a green weapon should be 1.6. And you can see then it goes up like this. You can see here purple headset gives you the same amount as a blue gun, or well, in that case it would be a blue armor. You can get, and the way that it decides which rarity you get is it's based completely randomly if you don't use a catalyst. You can see here the percentages up there. If you do use a catalyst, you are gonna get the item of at least that rarity, but can be higher. You have the chance to get 1 orange out of like 20 crusts on average of blue, and out of every 6.67 on purple. I didn't get a single orange one from purple crafts yet, but I already got, when I was making the other video, I already got an orange one from the blue. These items have different amounts of random attributes, which can range to different levels, and the amount of attributes is 1 to 3, depending on the rarity. If you have green item, it can only have 1 extra stat other than the base one, which is guaranteed. If it's blue, it can be 1 to 2. If it's orange, it can be 1 to 3. When you do have an orange item, you can refine it, which means that you have to use another orange item of the same kind, and one of those items, random things, is gonna be moved to the one that you decide. But you cannot actually influence which one. So it can be very tricky, and you can theoretically ruin your awesome thing. So you have to be very careful with that, and I think they need to explain that better. And they need to maybe change that a little bit, so you cannot ruin stat that you already leveled up 3 times by trying to add the 3rd stat or something like that. Because you might be trying to add a 3rd stat, and instead you keep, like, it can be a bit messy, I think. Or like you want to add a 3rd stat, and instead it replaces your navy attack and your navy. Like, if you want to add navy damage, well, that's what can happen. If I had another orange thing here with navy damage, and I want to move it here, it can actually replace the Air Force attack, at least in theory. I believe it wouldn't. I believe it would add as a 3rd one, but it's not what the thing says. It is not what the post says either. Anyway, other ones than orange of course as well. You can boost, you can level them up. It works the same as chips for heavy troopers. It definitely costs a lot. I didn't want to do this, but whatever. I'm just gonna equip it so I don't make a mistake later. When you want to boost it, it costs way more, like experience, based on what rarity level it is. But also you get way more depending on which rarity you want to burn. You cannot burn things that are equipped on other heroes without unequipping them. And you actually get, this is different because I leveled it up, but you actually get the same amount of XP, no matter if it's a primary slot or secondary slot thing of the same level and same rarity. So there is that. And there is also special effects, but the special effects can only happen on orange ones and are not guaranteed. It says there's a very low chance. They do not say what that chance is, which is a bit of an issue because, yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Since we don't know, it can be 5%, can be 10%, it can be 1%, we do not know. Yeah, and these basically add you, they either increase your already existing skill. They're also different for each. They have a different pool for each slot, or at least the primary and secondary slots. The primary slots have this extra thing which can increase your attack enhancement, which is like the thing that you give to the whole team, which increases the attack by multiplier, such as Gypsy or Nimitz, or a trigger at the beginning, and this one will trigger it in addition time. The damage will be 50% of the initial trigger, such as 914, let's say. And the other ones, if you have an active skill which triggers, then it's gonna do an extra effect, and that's gonna be absolutely broken, because you can, for instance, have heroes that react differently to vulnerable things, and they can apply it themselves. So basically, yeah, whales are gonna be even way stronger than they were currently, which is also, of course, gonna be just by the virtue of the items themselves, because you know, they are going to give quite a lot of stats. And okay, purple and crappy. And crappy. It's actually the right stat for me. However, as you can see, the rolls are, I'm just gonna use the proper here or whatever. It's not the proper here. The rolls are actually differentiated by color as well. So it would need way more like upgrades, or maybe even like it would not be able to reach the maximum amount anyway. Because you can see the maximum amount here, which is for purple item, it's 18% here. But yeah, I'm gonna equip it anyway. And you might actually end up like here, that you can see that this blue one is actually better than this purple one, and is also going to be much easier to level. It's gonna need 310 for, like, let's show you here. Like if I burn, let's say this blue thing, it's gonna take my blue armor to level 5 from level 1. It would only take the purple one to level 1. I mean, it's, yeah. So you might very well end up with better blue gear than purple gear. Basically, it matters more about the random attribute procs than anything else. And also, you don't really want to burn too many of them and level up too high in the beginning, at least, because you are going to need the same amount of these weapons as you have heroes that you're using. And weapons, I mean equipments, you know what I mean, Titan gears. Anyway, I hope that I did not miss out on anything. I kind of skipped over this thing. Sorry, this thing, Craftmaster. As I said, you're gonna just be getting more things for doing these things. And I would actually very much like to get like input from you. What do you think about the Titan Saga? Is this thing worth getting? Is it not worth getting? Because I'm honestly not sure. At the same time, it is the only, like pretty much the only way to guaranteedly get this and get this very quickly and stuff. And there is like, I'm actually gonna go and count it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. There is 90 purple selector boxes here. And there's gonna be extra things here, I guess, but there's 90 selector boxes here, which also means like 90 green boxes, sort of, I think, okay, 80 maybe. And I'm honestly not and there's gonna be more here, another 14 more here, I guess. And the catalyst, of course. But honestly, I'm not certain that it's actually worth $20. And the problem is that you have to buy it on the first day, as I said. Maybe I should actually, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I would actually make a separate video, but I don't have the time. I need to focus on my real life exams right now. So this is gonna be it until Monday, and please like, share, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.